Hey guys, welcome back to Spice Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you're joining us for the first time, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. Dr. Ngozi Oraibueze, the second in command to the Biafra activist Simon Ekpa, has raised serious concerns about a secret arrangement between the Nigerian government and the Finland government aimed at undermining the Biafra independence movement. In a statement released on Thursday, Oraibueze accused the Finnish government of intentionally prolonging Simon Ekpa's detention as a part of a broader plan to suppress the Biafra cause. Now, Dr. Ngozi Oraibueze claimed that Nigeria and Finland are in a secret bargain to frustrate Biafra actualization. She claims that Simon Ekpa's arrest was more of a deliberate attempt just to frustrate him physically, mentally, psychologically, in hopes of forcing him to abandon his calls for the Biafra's independence, where she condemned the actions of the Finnish authorities, calling for Simon Ekpa's immediate release, while the investigation into the alleged offences continues in accordance with the European Union treaties. Now, this is coming from Ngozi Oraibueze, where she called for the immediate release of Nnamdi Kanu, that this bargain is an unlawful action by the Finnish government to psychologically, physically and emotionally break Simon Ekpa, to weaken his spirit, echoing the same context as the Organization of Emerging African States. Finland's action to hurt Africans' freedom fighters is not only destructive to innocent individuals seeking self-determination, but it also increases the deaths of innocent citizens that are being protected by the freedom fighters. Finland and Norway have been called upon to respect human rights, to respect self-determination, to respect self-defense, and not participate in the criminalization of freedom fighters such as Simon Ekpa. That he should be released. There are calls for his release. That he can be released while the investigation continues. That the independence of Biafra is not an individual thing, it's a collective effort. So it will be recalled that the OEAS had in a press conference raised alarm over the continued detention of Simon Ekpa and another person in Norway and Finland over alleged terrorism acts. So they called out to Nigeria government that they should stop trying to victimize Simon Ekpa, that he did not commit any crime known to the law. He has not been guilty of anything, that they should release Simon Ekpa. So my country people, this is just it all. Seems that Simon Ekpa's arrest has indeed sparked global outrage, with different organizations calling for, the freedom on human rights, with different organizations calling out to the Finnish authorities, to stop the continued detention of Simon Ekpa. And the prolonged detention of Simon Ekpa, the self-acclaimed minister of Biafra in Finland, at the behest of the Nigerian government, has ignited fresh international debates on human rights and self-determination and freedom struggles in Africa. Ngozi Oraibueze has noted that this is a calculated betrayal. Finland is engaging in a calculated betrayal against its own citizens. That why would they collaborate with Nigeria to suppress the voice of Biafrans by detaining Simon Ekpa under allegations of terrorism while investigations are still ongoing? This is not just an assault on one man, but is a calculated attempt. So she noted that the Nigerian state, led by the defense chief Christopher Musa, has already vowed to dismantle the Biafra movement, where she cited several killings of Biafra citizens which she claimed were carried out by reintegrated terrorists acting under the Nigerian government orders. That Simon Ekpa's only crime is his unwavering defense of Biafran citizens against the state-backed terror, where she called on Biafrans to remain resilient and continue funding their self-defense efforts. She even called out to Finland and Norway that they should stop all these things they are doing and respect international human rights laws and self-determination principles, warning against the criminalization of freedom fighter. Now, this controversy comes amid growing allegations of Nigeria's human rights abuses, which have drawn criticisms from different organizations such as the United Nations, Amnesty International, and other foreign bodies. Ngozi Oraibueze reiterated that Biafra's independence is not just Simon Ekpa's vision, but a collective aspiration of a marginalized people. She urged international communities to hold Nigeria and Finland accountable if anything should happen to Simon Ekpa. If anything should befall Simon Ekpa, they should hold Nigeria and Finland accountable, demanding for Simon Ekpa's immediate release to ensure the safety of his life. Guys, what are your thoughts on this? Now, as the legal battle continues, Oraibueze's statements add to the growing echoes of voices calling for the immediate release of Simon Ekpa, while highlighting the larger geopolitical struggle surrounding Biafran independence and the treatment of its advocates. This situation remains fluid, with many closely watching the response of Finland, Nigeria, and other international actors in this play. With so many persons, the struggle for Biafra independence is far from over. The world is watching. This is a clash of politics. This is a clash of sovereignty. And human rights shall unfold. Ngozi Oraibueze speaks. The Biafra independence is unquenchable. The Biafra actualization is unmovable. My country people, what are your thoughts on this? This is really a shocking revelation from Ngozi Oraibueze, the person that stepped into Simon Ekpa's shoes following his arrest. I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.